and it sort of takes over our lives. And earlier this year, I decided that, well, it's been an ongoing thing, but earlier this year, I decided that I just was sick of it, and I gave up my lease. I put all my stuff in a storage space, and then my wife and I and our kid just like took off in the world and have been like getting rid of every little bit that we can every step of the way. And our lives have gotten immensely better because of it. We all have all this stuff, and we rarely use it. Like, think of how many times you buy something because you needed it last week, and then it just like sits in your house, and you maybe use it once a year or once every other year or something. And that's the good stuff. Like, there's even more stuff that you buy. You think it's a really awesome idea at the store, and then it goes home, right? And you like sits in your closet, and you never ever use it again. And this stuff just like piles up, right? Like, your closets are full, your like drawers are full, you have a garage and like a storage space, and you have all this stuff, and you just like get to talk to your friends about all this stuff that you have, and you're just like, there's no reason for it other than just to like talk about what you have it, you know? And so like what really happens is like you just get to, you know, take care of this stuff. Like, you don't actually get any real benefit out of it except you're like caring for these inanimate objects, which you know, at the end of the day, that's not really like an awesome thing to brag about. And so, you know, what do? You end up like sticking it in place. And this is, like, Americans spend $22 billion on storing their crap every single year. And that's, you know, in Canadian, I guess that's even more. But it's a lot, right? Like, there's so much stuff. And it kind of works out to 7.5 square feet of storage per person. That's like men, women, children, babies, like everybody. That's about how much space there is like around the US for storage for people to like stick their crap in. And then like once it gets stuck in there, it just sits there forever, and you know, nobody ever goes back to their storage to take stuff out. And you can borrow this stuff. Like, why do you need to buy this stuff and then just sit it around? Like, your friend has it someplace, and you know, using sites like neighborgoods.net or some other things, like you can figure out how to like share this stuff, you know. We have this idea that, like, you know, the most toys, like, but it's not really. Like, you just like keep piling this stuff up, and you know, like, I made this presentation at midnight last night. So. Yeah, it's like it doesn't really do you any good to just like keep piling up all this stuff. And there's better things that you can do with your life, and there's better things that you can do with your money, and there's better things that you can do with it, right? So I think that maybe what you want to do is like experience more things, experience more awesome things. Because like you know, when you look back, if you've done a bunch of really cool stuff, like go places and see things, try new stuff, like that's better to talk about, right, than like all the crap that you have in a storage space that you haven't looked at in a few years. And so, you know, you have to like come up with another thing, right? So I have this idea, and that's kind of like what I've been working on this year. Is like every time I cycle through Los Angeles, I go to the storage space and like just load up a car full of stuff and like donate it, get rid of it, and I feel so much better every time it's all gone. And I have like one tiny little suitcase that just keeps getting smaller and smaller that I need with me on the road. And so I'm thinking, like, you know, the more we experience and do, that's better than just like buying stuff and piling it up. And you know, this is a very, very important quote. I needed a slide. This one fits. Right? I'm just not going to talk during this one because it's soak it in. Right, so modern technology, you know, there's like all these sites. There's like sites where you can keep track of your stuff, your friends, you can be in touch with people all over the place, you can find out how to get there quicker and easier and share stuff. So it's much easier to do things and be connected than it's ever been before, right? So what are you waiting for? Like, there's no reason to just keep sitting around and not doing stuff. Like, you only get one shot at living life, so like maybe like stop doing like just buying crap and piling it up, and like get rid of it and go see what else you can do with it. And you know, like you can, I could throw out an idea like this, you know, and just sort of like, oh, it's interesting, but like I kind of want to actually really change the world with it. I really want people to stop doing this, and so I'm trying to like get other people in on this thing and talk other people into it. And so I started the site, thetechnomads.net, And there's a whole bunch of people who are all also getting rid of their stuff and traveling around, and we're pretty psyched on it. So if you want to check it out, let me know.